This is the insert tank used for some of the underwater shots on the Man from Atlantis. And Patrick, we've talked about the contact lenses that you use. Maybe show them, because I cannot conceive of anybody putting anything like this in their eye.
This is the, it's called a sclero. Anyway, it's called the big round.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, right.
Is that pliable, or is it?
No, that's hard plastic.
Oh, man.
And they take a mold of your eye. It's a long process. They Novocaine your eye, and then they put a form in there, and they squirt plastic on it, and when it hardens, they take it off, and then they make this mold from it. So then these go up in the peepers.
Wow. And you were saying that in lighting this, to keep from getting this, you know, the glare of the lights, and keep from them seeing, the viewers at home seeing the lights, it takes forever.
It's a lengthy process because you can't have the reflection of the camera, obviously. And by the time Patrick finishes in one of the tanks, you know, it might be just maybe about 4 or 5 second shot, and he's there for maybe hours. You know, it's a lengthy process.
How long can you stay underwater?
About the best is 2.5 minutes before I come back up.
And did you build up to this? So you couldn't do that at the beginning?
No, I started about 1.5 minutes, and I'm going to have a chest as big as all outdoors.
I mean, that's 2.5 minutes. That's inconceivable. I don't think I could handle 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but you're close to the surface here. When I'm out in the open water, we have a lot of divers down with...
so you just swim over to one of them, take
a breath, and then go into camera and do my
When you
act.
take that breath of air from somebody, do you hold it?
No, I have to exhale it, because if you have your lungs full of air, then you float to the surface. So you hyperventilate and then exhale everything.
There he goes again.
Right.
Get him down, please.
Get him up.
The Goodyear blimp has left us. Well, on the show, the technicians put in the actual sound of your voice later, don't they?
Yes, it's done later. I'll go in here and say something, but you can't hear anything. And then I go in the recording studio, and they show a picture of me talking, and I match it to the...
But if Belinda or I stand here and talk in a little bit more than a moderate tone of voice, you can hear us.
You can hear, yeah. I can hear it in there.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's great.
Do you have to train yourself for that?
No, not really.
I could hear if I went underwater?
Sure.
I didn't know that. Then the fish can hear us when we're fishing if we talk loudly.
Right, exactly.
Is your character able to hear what Patrick is saying on the show?
Well, she's supposed to be able to, through the submarine, no less. She's got ears that are unbelievable. And she looks at a monitor, and she sees him under there, and she said, "Oh, really? You want to come in now?" And it's a long conversation. It's kind of difficult because you're talking really to a blank spot until they put the film in there. So I'm talking away for 10 pages, and nothing's happening in front of me, really.
Are you guys still constantly amazed at the finished product when you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's... you know, you just shoot and shoot and shoot and hope that it works out, and then you see it and you said, "Oh, my goodness, it's a miracle."
Because when you and I were waiting to walk in the cylinder, you pointed something out. You said, "Gee, if the people could only see this now." It's just, you know, like what we're looking up above, and yet you walk into that cylinder and magic.
Yeah, and it's so much of it is special effects and opticals that are put in after we're done shooting that sometimes we think it's really boring. You know, we're watching a blank screen and going, "Hey," and then they have miniatures of our submarine and miniatures of everything that all work. And then that looks like the real thing. So when you see it all finished, it's marvelous. It's really great.
And the way you talk underwater so that there are no bubbles, it's dangerous, isn't it?
Well, I don't know if it's really dangerous. It depends on if we do it too much and how clean the water is. They try and keep the water very clean in the tank so that there's no germs and stuff.
He's wearing a fake nose at the moment, but...
Now, I'm told that this method is not really recommended by doctors, what you do.
Well, no, because you have problems with your inner ear. I mean, anytime you're dealing with your sinuses, you're into your inner ear.
And there's nothing more bothersome than an inner ear infection of some kind.
It's very debilitating when we're diving, because if I have an ear problem, then I can't dive.
And on the show, do you have webbed feet and hands?
Webbed hands only. My feet are my own. Oh. No, they put webs, a great makeup man named Fred Phillips, who did all the Star Treks and Outer Limits, things like that. He did Spock's ears.
In fact, the producer of this show was affiliated at one time with Star Trek
also. Yeah, so we have a lot of technicians and people that worked on that and helped make that what it was, now working for us. So we're really fortunate.
What kinds of missions does your character tackle?
Stopped up drains.
Liquid plumber.
Rescuing the tidy bow man. Whenever there's a problem, well, I just made a liar out of myself, because the one we're filming right now is almost a cops and robbers. It's about somebody stealing something from a museum. But usually it's whenever there's a trouble or something odd happening in the ocean, either, you know, some unexplainable thing, then they contact Belinda as her character, and then they send us out in the submarine and we investigate it, and it gets really science fiction-y.
Okay, Patrick, you're not going to fool around any longer. We're going to get you into the tank, as they say.
That's quite a big drink I'm going to take here.
There's Pat, back in the tank where he belongs.
Now, this is a little drum roll.
Want me to hold your rope for you?
Is that body trick photography? Is that really you? Huh? Great makeup job.
Okay, here we go.
He said, I feel like a circus performer. Is the water
It's
nice and comfortable? Tepid?
Yes, but you'll notice my voice goes up. Notice I'm not underwater yet.
Is he preparing now to say something to us with and not releasing bubbles?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Patty.
Can you hear us? Girl, co-star, talk show person.
Time for a commercial.
Time for a commercial. That's Patrick Duffy and Belinda Montgomery. And we're on the set of Man from Atlantis. And we'll be right back.